Carl Hammer is growing 600 chickens. That's 300 eggs a day on absolutely no grain. What's the magic? Right there. Compost. I cannot believe where we are. Carl Hammer, Vermont Composting. You see that? You guys see that? Chickens free to go wherever they want to go. But I guarantee you, oh, way more up there, guys. Way more up there in the compost piles. So, can you tell? I'm excited. Everyone, this is Carl Hammer, Vermont Compost. You can get down. Yeah. So how many chickens you got here, Carl?
Well, we started the last census, I think, was about 600.
600. 600.
We have had as many as 1,200.
What? What happened? Did you downgrade?
Well, that's we had a building that wasn't really adequate, and this building is good for about 650.
Okay.
And we're planning to move the birds.
Okay.
So this is where they lay.
Nice. So if you have 600 birds, how many eggs are you getting a day?
Well, it varies. Our average layout right now is probably about 50%.
Okay.
So we're getting something like 300 a day.
Where's your feeders?
Not quite. There's our feeder. We don't feed any grain. We do feed bread on hay.
We're sneaking around looking for some feeders here somewhere.
Yeah, no
but
feeders.
There's none, huh?
No feeders.
300 eggs a day on 600 birds, no feeders. You gave them some water.
Yeah, we give them.
You gave them some water, and is that some minerals in that?
Well, that's kelp and oyster shell.
That's kelp and oyster shell.
Yeah. So we have these two feeding piles. They get fresh material put on them every morning.
Oh.
And then at some point we harvest that and windrow it up here.
So if a homesteader was going to make one of those piles, how many birds could they feed on one of those piles?
Well, our rule of thumb has been, and I wouldn't take this to any bank, that we need a minimum of about 2 pounds of average mixed food waste or food scraps per bird per day.
Okay.
Other people have felt they needed more, and obviously it's very different. A pound of lettuce or a pound of salami have very different energy arithmetic, so they're not going to live on lettuce.
No.
They're not, and they can't live on pasture. They're omnivores, and they need to be. They have a short, durable digestive system. They're very hard to poison, but they need higher protein density than pasture alone. So insects are really important. Worms and bugs and grubs. We're very convinced that there are fungal components that they eat and benefit from, and bacterial components that they eat and benefit from. We think the manure, the mammal manures are also really important if available. We haven't tried to do it without mammal manure, so I'm not sure how much that would change things.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Carl.
Yeah, thank you.
This has been awesome to see this, and we appreciate what you're doing.